Look, I stand with JK Rowling as well. And she's, of course, been criticising Scotland's new hate crime laws, and we are learning more details about those laws. This, of course, makes it an offence to stir up hatred on the grounds of age, disability, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, but doesn't include the hatred for women. It's been revealed that taxpayer funds totalling nearly £400,000 were allocated for promoting these new laws. Now, the controversial campaign emphasised words could hurt feelings and encourage people to report instances of hate to the police. Now, unsurprisingly, police in Scotland received 7,000 complaints in the first week of these new hate crime laws, but less than 4% turned out to be actual crimes. Darren, it's a lot of money. I want to get your thoughts, firstly, on the laws, but also, is it going to be a waste of time and a waste of money?
Oh, my word, you better believe. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I already have deep reservations about the whole panoply of hate crime legislation. I think it's a way of making vexatious complaints about those that you disagree with politically. A good example would be in my part of the world, we refer to people as pet. Now, I've been told that to refer to a woman as pet is misogynistic. I mean, I'm wondering, will I fall foul of Humza Yousaf's new hate crime if I walk north of the border? The bizarre thing as well is that it actually protects men dressed as women who make threats to actual biological women, right? You couldn't make that up. It is protecting violent men who are making threats to women who want to protect their own spaces and argue in all of those areas. We really are in clown territory, and Scotland is very much leading the charge. Honestly, viewers would be mistaken for thinking that Scotland had no issues to be getting on with, that it must be this Valhalla. But actually, it has significant drug issues, it has healthcare issues, education issues. The list goes on and on. But it's easier for someone like Humza Yousaf to paint himself as the guardian of whackery and wokery than it actually is of political delivery and of political service. And I dread to think actually what the actual sum is that's been extracted from the public purse in pursuit of all of this, because let's not forget, it's not just advertising campaigns, it's the volume, as you rightly said, of vexatious reporting that needs to be investigated by the police. And we record in this country the Orwellian non-crime hate incident. Now, I doubt I'm alone in believing that actually it's a damn disgrace that the police are involving themselves in anything that isn't an actual crime. This is criminalizing speech that isn't inciting violence, that isn't any form of terrorist activity or whatever else. We're really entering into dark territory throughout Europe. And unless we pull back soon, I fear that there's going to be a lot of people, innocent people, dragged into this. JK Rowling is rich enough and big enough to defend herself. It's going to be the average Joe and Josephine that gets dragged in to this quagmire of ridiculous censoriousness.
Well, JK Rowling's not backing down of her criticism of Scotland's First Minister. He's revealed that transgender women will be protected under the new misogyny laws. Now, the Harry Potter author has called him out. She said, once again, Humza Yousaf makes his absolute contempt for women and their rights clear. Women were excluded from his nonsensical hate crime law. Now he introduces a misogyny law designed to also protect men. Darren, she hits a nail on the head again, doesn't she?
Yeah, she absolutely does. Yeah, it's perverse, frankly, that actually we should be prioritizing police resources on defending the rights of those who, and I'm sure actually you've witnessed it yourself on social media. It doesn't take much trawling through to see actually the most awful, vile abuse from people who, there are political candidates in Scotland that have been stood down from political parties, trans people, that is, who have said the most horrible things online about JK Rowling and others and been suspended for it. I worry that the culture that's being perpetuated here is one that says that actually women's rights come second now, that actually the pursuit of so-called equality is leading to a hierarchy of victimhood in which trans is the new creme de la creme, the pièce de résistance that we all have to actually watch out for. When actually, I put it to you that when we have the likes of when the self-identification laws went through in Scotland originally, we had a man called Adam Graham, who went by the name of Isla Bryson, who was in prison. Now, he went into a female prison, saying that his name was now Isla. He was a double rapist, Gabriella. This is the perverse incentive. We are enabling some of society's most awful people through this legislation in the name of so-called progress and so-called kindness. I don't think there's anything kind about rolling back women's rights and protections.